welcome to episode 5 of the Disrespectful Truth Podcast with my boy Chancellor Trump, my brother JTM Josh the Man. I am DJ Dyzell, aka Dyzell, but I'm brother Dyzell today. And we hope y'all are enjoying everything that we got
Brother
going
Muhammad
on.
Dyzell.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. Please continue to do so. The link is in the bio below the video. But we're going to get right into it. Before we get into it, how you gentlemen doing today? How y'all feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready to get in it.
You ready? Chancellor, how you feeling?
Letting all of your feedback sink in, but I'm going to later on down the line be addressing some of your feelings and emotions.
That's what's up. Well, today's first topic is, what is your experience with dating a single mother?
Never dated a single mother, so this one's for you too.
Josh, go ahead. Take off.
Right,
You've dated way more single mothers than I have.
What you doing? Bro?
I've only dated one. I'm just saying, I've only dated one. Josh has dated, well, actually, I've dated two. I think Josh can count on two hands, but we're going to go ahead and let him take off.
What you doing? Just put my business. Anyway, yes, I have dated single mothers. I mean, it's going to depend on the person, but I really think that is a first, for me, it comes back to first date conversations. Are you, as a single mother, are you ready to go out there and date? And if you are ready to go out there and date, have you considered all the possibilities of bringing a new man around your children? Have you considered what the children are going to feel? Have you considered what you're going to feel like if that man wants to lead you guys? Would you let him?
So what's your experience with participating in that faction of dating a single mother?
My experience for me is I do like single mothers because me myself I'm a father, and we can relate on a lot of things.
Man, you better say that with more passion. You a what?
I am a father.
Okay.
I'm definitely a father of a beautiful now 8, soon to be 9-year-old boy, and I'm gonna make him just like me. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, actually, he's gonna be better than me. So, but no, my experience have been good because we can relate on a whole lot of levels. And I myself, I was kind of born into a broken home. Like my real father wasn't there like that. So I was raised by a stepfather who did a very amazing job. In the beginning, to the best of his ability, and then later on, it was awesome. So I don't mind, dating women with kids, and especially if the father is not in their lives, I like to step up to the plate and be that mentor, be that voice, and that guide. So that's what I feel about it.
Okay. Well, in my experience with dating the two single mothers I've dealt with, I was lucky by the grace of God that I wasn't with a psycho, and they were really great with their children. And I think the hardest thing is trying to develop a dynamic with the mother, and then also trying to develop a dynamic with the child, because you might have a situation where you dating a single mother and they kids ain't really rocking with you like that, and it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just they're protective over their mom, and it's an interesting experience. It's not like dating somebody without kids. I can tell you that. When you date somebody with kids, especially when they have sons, like it's a serious situation. So I'm with Josh. I don't mind dating a woman with kids. My father raised me to be a pretty decent man, so I believe I have things that I can impart to a female or a male child, being a son or a daughter or whatever the situation. So I don't have a problem with it. I've had great experiences with it. I've never had a bad experience, even though I've only had 2. But, Josh, how do you approach dating someone with children? What's your approach?
You got kids? Done just asked him, hey, you got kids? Yeah, I mean, seriously, like I said, that's the first date question. Do you have children? If so, how, you want to get all the information, like boys, girls, and also, please, gentlemen, ask them, how do you want to go about the interaction with your children? Like, women, please think on what I'm saying. How do you want that man to go about interacting with your kids? As far as, what am I allowed to do? Can I, give them information? or whatever the case may be? Do you believe in discipline, and what kind of discipline?
Please,
These are
y'all talk about that.
Very important things to go over.
Are your kids urban terrorists? Can you let me know, please? I don't want to find out later. Let me be honest. I mean, Chancellor, you kind of quiet, but if you were approached by someone who had children, or you saw somebody you was interested in who had children, how would you approach that? Because I know you're kind of strict on dating women with children. If I'm not mistaken, you told me if they baby daddy not dead or in jail, you ain't doing it. So, I mean, talk a little bit about that.
That is my approach. And that's my final answer. If I date someone with children, their baby's father has to either be deceased or have a life sentence in prison. I'm not dealing with that.
Okay, so what exactly do you...
And another thing is, I'm only 37. I'll be 38 in September. But I'm very, very old school. I come from a family that strongly believes in it takes a village to raise children. And the women of today do not like discipline. Their children do everything. They twerking, they carrying guns, they smoking weed, skipping school, and stealing your car. So for me, it starts early. You have to have a strong hold of the reins with children very, very early. And a lot of these modern day mothers do not like discipline. And when they have these men that they meet that come into their life and come into their children's life, the man tries to be strong. He tries to be a disciplinary, and the woman don't like it. She don't want nobody touching her child. Don't yell at him. Don't do this. I'm not dealing with that.
Wow, I'm a fan of you because you on fire right now. I mean, just to piggyback off what he said.
Yeah, I'm going to get on that too.
A lot of our African queens, because I don't even know what the reason is, but y'all seem to think that y'all children do no wrong, or that they like it's to rule with the iron hand is an issue. That's kind of why a lot of the things that's happening in our community are happening, because kids don't have no discipline. I mean,
it's the parents. I blame the parents.
It's social media that's raising them. It's not.
And I want to say something too. My opinion. This is my opinion, and I think a lot of people might agree with me. Some people might not disagree with me. I do not believe in raising children equally. If you have a girl,
okay, elaborate on that. Explain that.
If you have a girl, I feel like a girl should be raised a certain way. If you have a boy should be raised a certain way. I do not believe in, we all going to, the BTS concert all together, because, I'm taking my kids, and no, like if my son, if my son wants to do something as far as like he wants to go fishing or whatever, or he wants to do something very, macho, and I want to go see monster trucks, I'm going to go take my son to monster trucks.
So your daughter not tagging along?
If my daughter wants to tag along, awesome. If not, I'm not forcing her to go. Nah, man.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That makes sense.
But also, I do believe in strong discipline for the boy. I'm not even saying just physical, because a lot of, I was raised up on a lot of physical discipline.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it because we want our parents to go to jail.
Exactly. So
yeah.
I don't want to talk about that at all. But what I will talk about is like the way that I raised my son. I raised my son to understand his emotions, not necessarily feed into every one of them. I don't believe in my son. Something happens and he has to cry over everything. No, you're gonna cry. You're gonna get that emotion. I'm gonna ask you, why did you feel that way? Talk to me. What's going on? I'm going to tell you, now ask yourself, was that worth you crying over? I'm going to teach you how to control your emotions, not to say block them out, not to say that they're gone. You're going to control them. You're going to know what to do when you feel a certain thing, or you're going to ask yourself, okay, do I need to react this way? Because I'm sorry, a boy that doesn't know how to control his emotions turns into a man that can't control his emotions.
And that's dangerous. Yeah.
I
can't. A man that can't control his emotions is very, very dangerous.
So now, with my girl, she's my heart. If I get me a little girl, spoiled.
Whatever she want, daddy will get.
What? Mom, you better handle that discipline on that. But I'm letting you know she's gonna be wrapped around my little finger.
Y'all remember that Kevin Hart thing? Don't give her no goddamn. She getting the cookie.
She getting a cookie.
Listen, I'm sorry. If I tell anybody who I'm dealing with, friends, family, if I have a daughter, I'm a spoiler. That's just what it's gonna be. Yeah. But to get back on topic, I don't think people, and it goes back to one of our first episodes, communicate properly when it comes to the raising of children. Because if you're going to be with a man and you want this man to be a man, you have to be with the program that he wants to install in helping raising your children.
Y'all got to agree on that, though.
Y'all have to
agree on this program.
but-
Like, well, what is it? What they used to call it in school? When you first get in school, you get a what is that thing called?
The syllabus.
Syllabus. Y'all need to create a syllabus for these children.
For surely.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry. Like,
No, they just have children to dress them up and put them on Instagram.
Oh, Lord,
they don't
here you
have
go.
children to raise them.
you know, another reason why I believe children aren't being raised as properly as they should, because these grandmas are not grandmas. I mean, you got grandmas in their 30s.
Right. That
In
too.
their 40s.
They,
like,
don't, they don't know nothing.
Ain't no big
what
mamas
have
no
you
more, man. Ain't no big
experienced?
mamas
You
no
got
more.
kids raising kids.
Ain't no big mamas no more.
So when a man tries to come into a child's life
Grandmas.
and his mother is not used to that, you know, it creates a dynamic that's just very, very hard to overcome. And we have to do better in that in our community, man. We really do. So, okay, Josh, how do you navigate co-parenting dynamics when dating a single mother?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Get in there. Come on. Get in there. Yeah. Take that. Get in there.
All right. So me and the mother of my child, we are not together. But you know, even before he came to this world, when we were laying with each other, we knew, look, if things don't go proper, we're still going to be friends. And we're going to co-parent very well. We ain't doing that drama. We don't do none of that. And I applaud her for keeping her word and standing true on that. So this is how we do it.
Okay.
Me and the mother of my child, we don't do a court. We don't have no court system because we don't need no court system. Mm-hmm. I pay my child support per what we agreed on. And when I have my son, I don't take money from that. I don't care what she do with that money. If my son is with her most of the time or more than me, here's my child support. I'm not saying you have to do X, Y, and Z. No, this is me paying my contribution of you have my son during this time when I don't have him. When I have him, I spend more money on things that I get him when I have him.
That's your son. You're supposed to do that.
I don't, but I don't let that bother me. You got people that are getting bothered by this stuff, and it shouldn't. Me and her have a very good dynamic as far as, you know, we can talk on the phone and you know, we can talk about him, talk about things that are in his future, things that are happening, and heck, we can even talk about, like, okay, if a movie is coming on or something like that, we can all say, oh, we should, you know, take the kids to see that movie, blah, blah, blah. And we agreed on this. If we were going to date, and she stayed true to this too, if we're going to date other people or we're going to be involved with other people, we have to meet that, you know, we have to meet that individual.
For surely.
You know what I'm saying? Because whatever happens to you happens to my son. Whatever happens to me happens to my son.
All right,
so that means whoever you're dating, I need to, hey, what's up? How you doing? My name is Josh. I'm in this kid's life. I am involved in this kid's life. That means I'm going to be calling your woman to say, hey, good morning. Where is he? Is he packed up and ready to go? And I do not want you to be afraid, offended, or even left in an awkward situation if I say, hey, man, good meeting you. Here's my number.
Josh,
you're living with my child, bro.
That's respect. That's a respect.
You living with my child. Here's my number, bro.
That's respect.
Here is my number.
I gotta respect that.
There is no, and for me, I'm gonna respect you the way that I would want to be respected in that situation. You're becoming the man of that household. That's gonna be your kingdom. That means I shouldn't be afraid to say, hey, what's going on? Good morning, sir. How you doing? What's going on with the family? Everybody good? All right, just calling you, let you know I'm on my way to pick up my son. I'm coming to your territory to pick up my son.
Hey, Josh, listen. What the things you're spitting right now?
Facts. And it's so hard for people to do that, and I don't understand.
I don't understand why either.
I don't understand that. So
men, we have this pride thing, like, oh, you dating my baby mama. That's nigga. That's not.
I am no longer with her.
She
She was not made for me. She was made for you, bro. But I happened to get a beautiful blessing out of the whole situation.
I saw an IG video where I don't know if y'all ever seen it. The guy was like, "Yo, you beefing about your baby mama? That's not your. You got a whole wife and girlfriend at the crib. But you be like the man. His homeboy was going off on him, and I think more of that needs to happen. You do not own the mother of your child.
Yeah, but don't get this twisted, because what I'm saying is so foreign. I've faced ridicule for it. I've dated women.
Really?
Listen, I've dated women that we're done right now because they wouldn't accept what I'm saying. When I say, hey, me and the mother of my child, we're good friends, so they automatically thinking, you know, we're doing something. But I would say, no, that's not the case.
That goes back to insecurity.
Insecurity. Now, I would say that's not the case. Hell, when we have conversations on speaker, we all talking. The mother of my child is married right now. Her husband is amazing, cool guy. Me and him are tight. We're
Sounds like I got a good bromance going on.
We got a good bromance going on. He's a cool guy. Like I said, when I met him, he was a little standoffish, and I get it.
As he should be.
This is unusual. This is unusual.
As he should be.
So,
he don't know you.
And you know, we had the same mindset because he had some sons, and I said, listen, man, you know, I bless this whole thing. I'm cool with this. Just don't put your hands on my son. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
You don't. If you're gonna discipline my son, don't put your hands on him. That's he has his mom there. He has me there for it. But I'm not finna let you go out like that at all. Here's my number. If he gets out of line, you don't have to put your hands on my son. Call me. I'll put my hands on my son. Call me.
Hey, Josh,
I'll put my hands on my son.
You're not putting your hands on nobody.
I don't have to. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
See this? This is why I don't deal with this. That's just why I don't deal with this. I have no reason to meet you. I don't need to talk to you. I'm talking to her. She talks to you. What am I talking to you for? I don't have to talk to you. I have no obligation to the daddy. I'm the man of this house. He lives in my house. So when I have a problem with him, he's going to get disciplined here. I ain't got to wait for you. You can give him a second ass whooping, but he's going to get whooped first.
I'm finna shut him down right now.
Oh, Lord.
I'm finna shut him down right now.
Oh, God.
I thought it takes a village.
It does take a village.
Really? Because guess what?
He's
now part of that village. Whether you like it or not, he's part of the village. He's actually the main chief in the village that you used to be chief at.
Well, he's referring to if the child lives with him.
Right.
What do you mean?
Like if say he's dating someone and the child lives with him, like you ain't got to you can't tell me how to
run my household.
He's saying he doesn't want anyone to tell him how to run his household.
Well, and let's stop right there. Nobody should be telling you how to run your household. You guys should be talking about it, being agreeance on it, and being open about how your household's being run. You shouldn't be shut off from ideas.
He's gonna get whooped, and then I'm gonna call you and tell you why he got whooped, and you can whoop him again. That's how that goes.
Oh my God, Chance. Listen,
nobody ever had to get permission to whoop children back in the day. You're gonna get your ass tore out the frame, and your mama finna find out, and she's gonna whoop you again.
But you know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy, and you know, if we're on the subject of getting your butt whooped, man, I wasn't the child that was receptive of it, and I've noticed it's a lot of kids, right, that are now adults that they didn't need their ass whooped. They really didn't. My child in particular, he's not. I don't have to physically harm him
because he's scared of you.
No. Well, not even that. If he does have that fear, it's a healthy fear because I talk to my son. I was the kind of kid that if you told me something, all I needed was an explanation and a breakdown.
Let me jump in there real quick. No offense to our parents who raised us. Mm-hmm. They did not talk to us, bro.
We didn't get talked to. We got our ass whooped.
It was do as I say.
Do it
or face the consequences.
When
me and my father talk about this to this day, I said, you do realize if you would have just spoke,
if you
would have just talked to me, we could have avoided a lot of the issues that we had. Because me and my dad are so similar, but I was one of them children that I had a vast intellect, so I would ask questions. Then you get slapped in your mouth for asking a real question. Be like, yo, can I bap? But bap? Okay, I'm gonna just be quiet.
To me, it was a lot of unhealthy terms. I'm about to repeat. I'm pretty sure it'll give you some flashbacks. Stay in a child's place.
Oh yeah.
Speak only when you're spoken to.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't ask these questions.
Here's one. Shut up before I give you something to cry for. I'm already crying. Is that not mental anguish?
It's crazy because my thing is if your children just got here, peep this. And this is how I treat my son. Like me and my son, we have a great relationship, and this is what I do to him. I make him a lot of deals. Here's what I mean by that. He just got here, right? He doesn't know the things that I know. He hasn't been through the things that I've been through. When he gets into certain situations, all right, and this goes for girls, boys. If they get involved in certain situations, this is their first time doing it. I do not feel like they need to get their ass whooped over it. You need to talk to them. This is what happened. This is why this happened. Don't do it again. And me and him, we got a 3-step program. Like something happens, I tell him, I explain, I break it down. You don't get in trouble. This is how you need to avoid it. The second time it happens, I'm going to put you on a little punishment. All right? Because you know why? This is how the world is going to treat you. They're not going to show any mercy on you.
3 times, you get fired.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Write you up, you're getting fired from your job. You miss certain payments, you're getting that thing taken away. So it's the same thing that I'm doing with him. If you try me for that 3rd time, and I'm so thankful, son, Daddy loves you. We have not gotten to that 3rd try. I'm going to put my hands on you. You know why I'm going to put my hands on you? Because the world will probably put you under this ground or put you behind bars.
For surely. But what about them kids that are habitual line crossers? It's just in their nature. I was one of them people. That's why
I understand. I get it.
Like
The ones that are too far gone to say.
no, not too far gone. I'm talking about the ones that try you because it's in their nature to see how far they can push you. I was one of them kids. Like I was like, okay, I ain't supposed to do that. Okay, I'm gonna just do that anyway and see what happens. And then I was just inquisitive like that. Like that's why I used to work with kids when I first graduated from high school and back in Opalaka type stuff, like troubled children. And what Josh is saying correct. Kids just want to be heard. If they feel like they have a voice, they'll be more open to what you're trying to teach them.
Facts.
Listen to your children. It's a shame that I knew what was going on in the Black Blues because of the kids, because I used to talk to them, and their parents wouldn't.
Yeah.
And that when I actually have kids, I'm gonna take that and use that. Like I'm gonna talk to my children because they ain't nothing but a reflection of you.
Facts, bro. That's
all they are.
You know what? You know what's crazy? Sometimes they are. Sometimes. Because with children, you never know what you're gonna get.
Facts.
You never know what you're gonna get.
With the access they have, kids today are smarter than we ever was at that age. With the access they have to the internet and social media, then they listening to their friends, they're influenced by them. You never know what you're gonna get, but if you talk to your child, you will find out so many things.
You can't forget that they're little people. They are people. They are people
computers computing and soaking up everything.
Just like you learn stuff, they learn stuff too. That's why you have to be careful what you give them. Like for instance, if just to piggyback off of what you were saying earlier or whatever, like talking to your kids, spend time to talk to your kids. You know how I feel like you can help out a very inquisitive child.
Yes, I could.
Let them talk.
They don't have time for that.
Who don't?
They busy getting ready for Rolling Loud, and they OnlyFans got to get made, and they got to go live on Instagram, and Versus getting ready to come on, and the fight getting ready to come on. They got to go to a grocery store and fight Bonquisha behind Walgreens and do all this other stuff. They don't want to talk to
you.
their
Go ahead and roll Chancellor in.
They want to drop their children off to their mama and their grandmama and their cousin house because they got stuff to do. They don't have time to raise children. What I just told you, they only have children to dress them up and show them off and then pass them on to somebody else.
Yeah, that's some of these parents. We see them all the time.
I would stop him, but he
telling some truth. He's telling some truth.
That's why I don't deal with that. That's why I don't deal with that.
And that's why this podcast is here, because we're not just only educating, single women and single men for dating. We can also be educating some parents out there that don't know how to be parents.
I mean, it's just life lessons, man. It's all about life and learning and understanding what's going on around you. So, Josh, let me ask you this last question before we get to the end. How do you handle potential conflicts between the children and your relationship? Meaning you dating this person and you feel as though they're not, making enough time for you. It seems like you're always being placed on the side because of the children.
I don't deal with that.
Wait. So the other person is spending more time with their kids than me?
I'm not going to say they're spending more time with your kids, but every time you all try to do something or go somewhere, it's always, okay, my kids. How do you deal with that?
Oh, that's very simple. Very, very simple.
If it's very simple, so
I got you.
Tell me.
When you date a single mother, understand she's a single mother. That means she has kids. That means these are going to happen. You have to be mentally prepared for that. Hey, babe, we're going to do this on Saturday. Cool. And then Saturday something come up. So what?
But Josh,
I knew what this was.
Josh, when is that too much?
It's never going to be.
If it keeps happening.
No, you have to have patience. It can never be too much.
Well, how patient do you need to be?
What you do is you schedule a date night. You can schedule.
What if she cancels it because of something with the kids?
If
this keeps happening, because I know instances of this happening.
I got you.
So,
if that keeps happening to a point where you guys are not even getting your one-on-one time, guess what you do? You have a conversation. Hey, listen, coming in, I told you. Okay. I told you that.
Break it down for me.
Yeah. So coming into this, we knew that we were parents, but we knew that we would have to make time for ourselves. That means we would have to find time to date. We have to find time to have that talk. Or can we please get time with? Why can't we have time with all of us? Like if the kids are going to be an issue where every time we turn around, we can't go out because of the kids. Let's go out with the kids. Let's take the kids with us.
Okay.
It's probably about that time that we all come together and go out as a family. If you have to rush a little bit, rush a little bit if it feels good, if it feels right. If you feel awkward, you're not meshing with this person. All these signs that you're saying is not going with you. Have that final conversation. Look, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I agreed to. And it's no problem with saying that. But you got to say something. You don't want to keep leading that person on. You don't want her to keep leading you on or him leading you on, vice versa, whatever. You have to communicate, this is not what I like. I don't like this.
Okay, I got one more, and then we're going to end this episode. How many kids is too many kids? If you're gonna deal with a single mother.
Oh man, that's
one.
Nah, see, I was gonna say that's up to the individuals. And again,
I'm asking you, Josh. You're an
me?
individual.
Oh man, I can raise a tribe if I can afford it. I can do a tribe.
No.
That's not listen to me. I love kids. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, in your opinion,
okay,
how many kids is too many kids for you to date a single mother? If she has this amount, I can't.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not saying how many kids is too much as far as when y'all together. No, if you come in and you finna date a single mother, if she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, when is it like, you know what?
I think 5 is my cutoff.
Five is your cutoff?
5 is
wow.
Listen,
NBA team.
Listen,
Got
let me tell you what. Let me tell you why.
Ooh,
you know why 5 is my
sheesh.
cutoff? Hold on. Let me tell you why 5 is, because I'm a child of 3. Right.
Okay.
So 3 is my base, like my normal. If I hear a woman say, "Oh, I got 3 kids," that's nothing to me. Like, okay, 3.
Well, technically speaking, Josh, if you hear a woman say you have 3 kids, I mean you got 4 because you still got Jacks.
Facts. So if we're adding that in,
so 4 would be your cutoff then with her.
there you go. So I retract that. So yeah, 4. 4
That's a
would
lot.
be my cutoff. But
It's a starting NBA franchise, Josh.
well, and also you have to understand what age groups too. The age groups plays a factor too. If you got teenagers, if you got some adults, because you got some girls that got some adults that's leaving out here going to college and stuff like that. So it's like
grandmas that's in their
some
30s and
grandmas.
40s. You are absolutely correct.
So it's like if she got 5 little ones, I'm gonna ask, yo, where's daddy's? Like, what happened? Why you got 4 little ones?
I mean, you got to vet that on the first date, like asking where their baby daddy's at and all that stuff.
Questions, but it also goes to the individual. Like Trump said, I'm at 1 and I'm done. There's nothing wrong. It's up to you. That's up to your what's your limit. That's why these first dates are very, very important. How many kids you got? What ages are your kids or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Are the fathers active? Is it somebody in prison?
I mean, we can stay on this topic for hours,
Forever.
but we don't have forever. And we just want to thank y'all for all the love y'all been showing us. And to all the single mothers out there and to all the single fathers as well, talk to your kids. Please, talk to them.
Or talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll
Talk to your kids, man.
I'll talk to them.
And to all of you women out there that got 5 or more kids, stop doing this to them. Because you know what? Y'all think y'all slick. You want to have all these children, hoping that the next baby father is rich to take care of the other ones that y'all already got.
Oh, my God. So
I know what y'all do.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. We thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment,
and share
the Disrespectful Truth podcast with your boy DJ Dyzell, a.k.a. Dyzell, Chancellor, the Trump troll, and you know the great man, JTM, Josh the man. We love y'all. See y'all next time.